While filming a news segment, this reporter was showing the impact that the constant spells of rain were having on homes in Coxica, Peru. But there's something in this video even more hair-raising than the slippery staircase, and she didn't even notice it. Can you spot it? Take a look.
Del asentamiento humano Santo Domingo, Comité 6. Mira la escalera. ¿Cómo podría bajar aquí una persona, un anciano? Los niños, ¿cómo podrían bajar? Mira.
As the camera pans around, there is some kind of skeletal figure lying across the steps. It looks slightly too much like the rake for our liking. The strangest thing is that neither she nor the cameraman seemed to notice anything. They just carried on filming. This begs the question, did they not see it? Or could it have been one of the residents? If it was, why would they be struggling on the stairs for one, and why didn't they offer to help? Surely at least one person would say something or see if they were okay, right? Do you think this is some kind of slippery cryptid crawling up the stairs? Or maybe a terrifying ghostly apparition that's trapped in a never-ending loop of their last moments? Heck, could it be one of the residents struggling? Let us know your theories in the comments. Number 9. Birthday Spook Bros. Amid their grandma's birthday party, this family all sat around and whipped out a camera to record the birthday girl blowing out her candles. As they sang, they noticed a kid speed by behind her. They paid it no mind until they thought about it a bit harder, and a chill shot down each one of their spines. There were no kids at the party. The family believes the shadow figure to be Grandma's daughter, who passed over very young. A sweet sentiment, but we can't be too sure of the legitimacy of these claims since the video was reposted on an account that didn't give any credit to the original uploader. And the fact that the background is blurred out from the beginning is slightly suspicious. Either way, that's one birthday surprise nobody expected. Found a creepy video you'd like us to feature? Send us the link on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at GoosePimplesYT. Also, if you enjoy scary videos like this, subscribe and click the bell icon to get a notification every time we upload a new one. Number 8. Night Terror. You've probably heard references and jokes about sleep paralysis demons. We've also been known to make some here. But have you ever thought about the real-life nightmare that is feeling perfectly conscious, seeing your bedroom, but being unable to move or speak? This guy suffers from it a lot and began recording himself while he slept to see what he did while he was mid-Dreamland freak show. And it sounds awful. He's screaming for help so desperately in his dream that it translates into real life. After requests for more videos, he posted another episode that caught something even more horrifying. Can you see the black mass on top of him? It's not uncommon for sufferers of sleep paralysis to experience some kind of shadow person inching its way on top of them. In fact, even the famous 1781 painting, The Nightmare, by Henry Fuseli, is believed to be a depiction of sleep paralysis. So it's been around for a long time. The Hat Man is infamously associated with sleep paralysis, and too much Benadryl. He is a tall, dark shadow figure who dons a wide-brimmed hat, and has been an urban legend for years. But the freakiest part is that it's been witnessed by people from all over the world. There are similar well-known figures and faces like the Hammer, such as this man. No, that's actually what everyone calls him. This man. In 2006, people reported seeing a specific man's face in their dreams. 2 years later, Italian psychologist Andrea Natella created the website Ever Dream This Man? And she posted a drawing of the man's face based on people's testimonies. You might recognize him, whether from a sleep paralysis experience or a normal dream. While paranormal sounding, the actual background of sleep paralysis could be more scientific. Scientists believe it happens when you regain consciousness while your eyes basically still think you're asleep, so you aren't able to move your body. They also believe it's often caused by things like anxiety disorders, high stress levels, and lack of sleep, which causes your brain to make your world a living, breathing horror movie. However, many paranormal fans believe that sleep paralysis can be considered paranormal, as it often occurs when we're in the theta brainwave state, transitioning between wakefulness and sleep. In this state, our sensory perceptions might tune into the spiritual realm, where we sense something that science labels as energy, and religious texts might call spirit. These sleep paralysis encounters, where spirits interact with us, exploiting our fear to feel powerful, align with many descriptions of paranormal experiences reported around the world. Whichever side of the argument you're in, if you're interested in experiencing what it looks and feels like, YouTubers REM Sleep Chant horror films created a reenactment based on real accounts of those who experienced it. If you suffer with it, let us know how close this is to the real experience. If you haven't, sit back and enjoy. Number 7. Creepy crawling. We've all seen those doorbell camera videos at night, where a random person walking past looks very ghostly. But what would you do if you caught a figure on camera and assumed it was just a glitch, but then played the same video again, only this time, there's no one to be seen? Look what this guy caught on camera right outside his front door.
My in-laws are from Colorado visiting my wife and I for Thanksgiving. We're in Madison, Wisconsin, and their ring alarm went off. And look at this, okay? I'm gonna play this video up to here. It's 44 seconds long, so I can't play the full 60. But watch. Now you don't see anybody walking. I'm gonna rewind it. Okay, look. When we back it up, we see this person or whatever it is come in frame. It looks like a person. Fast forward a little bit more, I'm gonna zoom in. Whatever this is has 4 legs. Look at that. What is that? But we back it up, okay? Press play. It's not there. It's not on camera. But we do this? What is this?
Usually, we would put this down to a camera glitch that is common with doorbell cameras overnight. The creepy part here is, when he plays the footage, there's no one there. However, when he drags the progress bar back and forward, a creepy figure of someone walking appears. And by the looks of it, it has 3 legs. How can you explain this one? If it was caught on camera when fast forwarding, why does it seem to be invisible when playing the video? Have you ever seen anything similar on your Ring camera? Did it freak you out? Let us know. Number 6. Followed. One thing you learn very quickly in the paranormal community is that you should try and avoid interacting with spirits to give yourself the best chance of whatever it is not latching onto you. But this guy made the mistake of associating with something in his workplace. It all started when he noticed strange things going on and wanted to record it for proof.
No, 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 no. ¿Por qué se movió? No. ¿Quién eres? Vete de aquí. Déjame en paz.
To nobody's surprise, his recording made the entity worse, and it followed him home. So his way of getting rid of it was doing a ritual, for some strange reason. And whatever it was, did not want to be involved.
Y te saco del abismo para que te presentes. Ahora te lo ordeno en el nombre de Lucifer, que me dio el poder para que tú vengas aquí. Ahora que estás presente, en el nombre de Lucifer, no podrás hacer ningún daño, ni podrás salir de ahí por el sello conjurado que está en tu espacio. Te ordeno que te retires, espíritu. Retírate. Retírate en el nombre de Lucifer. Conjuro sellado.
We never get a view underneath the surface all the ritual stuff was resting on, so we can't be certain there wasn't something being done off camera. But the story doesn't end here. Unsatisfied with the result of the ritual, he decided to bust out the one thing he really should have left alone, the Ouija board. And it went about as well as you're probably thinking.
Regalarla creo que no funciona, así que tampoco quiero quemarla porque, como les digo, no sé si... Nunca se haya movido, Dios mío. ¿Dónde está? Dios santo. Padre Señor. Nunca se haya movido sola. ¿Vieron eso?
As he spoke about ways to destroy the board or close any portals he may have opened, the plaque goes flying. He picks it up and gets the camera real close to it, and you can't see any strings or wires attached. He hoped the Ouija session would answer some questions, but all it did was give him more, especially when this happened a few days later.
Está muy alto para caer.
What was that? Did you spot it? Look closely. That looks like a pale, ghostly hand pressed up against the window. But that wasn't even the scariest thing. He walked around with his camera hoping to catch something else. And oh boy, didn't he just.
Vete de aquí ya, en el nombre de Dios, en el nombre de Jesús. Vete ya. Se va a ir, amigo. No voy a salir un rato de recorrido.
What the hell is that? Why does it have red eyes and antennas? You can see it again a few seconds later too.
Vete de aquí ya, en el nombre de Dios, en nombre de Jesús. Vete ya. Se va a ir, amigo.
That explains the pointy fingers. On the skeptical side though, the demon head does look a bit like a decoration, or perhaps a Halloween mask, but whatever that was, let this be a lesson to never interact with weird stuff in weird places. Otherwise, these pale hands might climb through your window tonight. Number 5. Vintage violence. The person behind these videos seems to be an avid collector of antiques, and we all know that antiques can sometimes come with a hidden tax. Take a look at some of the footage this person has managed to capture around their home since they started collecting. The doll seems to be behind glass, so how the hell would her arm be moving? Unfortunately for this person, the dolls aren't the only thing giving them grief. It seems like almost every old item they own comes to life at night. Take a look at this other doll they have.
Watch the stroller next to the cabinet. The stroller moves, then the doll sits up, then falls back down after something flies by.
The doll might have just been moving with the pram and fell back because of the impact, but that doesn't explain why the pram was moving in the first place. If there were something normal making it move, surely all the other prams would be moving as well. The activity began stretching to normal stuff. It started in the kitchen. The spoon could have fallen from being unbalanced, but it does look like it was thrown. Even the cat began noticing strange energy in the house. What could she have seen? The knock could have been anything, but she saw something floating around the ceiling, and it was enough to send her sprinting into another room. The real kicker of this series of clips, however, isn't a haunted doll, wayward cutlery, or even a scaredy cat. It was this. The second an entity starts messing around with crosses, you know it's not going to be pretty. You can make an argument that it was a string or someone using a mechanism to move it around the wall, but why only twist it around a little? You'd think they would throw it across the room or something for dramatic effect. Are the antiques taking over, or can you explain these videos? Number 4. Out of sight, out of mind. Outdoor home security cameras can yield some glitchy footage. They can make a moth look like a paranormal punch in the face. But with this footage, it's not the figure we're scared of, it's what it's doing. According to the original poster, this footage was caught in the middle of the night in their neighbor's garden. The low quality of the video makes this even scarier somehow. There were a few comments on Reddit crying skinwalker or shadow person, but some others offered a more logical approach. Some believe this to be a person that took more than they can handle, if you know what I mean, and that made them trip out and go snake mode on a random person's grass. Some people said it could be someone getting in from a rough night out. But there was another comment that spiced things up a bit. Somebody said this was a 19-year-old boy who was attempting to hide from the police after he had broken into his co-worker's house that night, left a $40 note, and left. We don't know how real this is, because we don't have any confirmed context aside from that comment thread. Whatever was going on, it would certainly keep us up all night. Number 3. Windswept. This one is not paranormal, but nothing short of petrifying. Tornadoes are scary already, but when another natural phenomenon joins forces with it, it looks and feels like the end of the world. That's what onlookers thought when they witnessed a funnel cloud twisting right into a huge tornado. Funnel clouds themselves are terrifying enough. While in the air they're nothing to worry about, but if they touch the ground, you better be in shape for a good sprint. What scares you the most though? Paranormal activity or the true force of nature? Let us know. Number 2. Non-believer. If you're a bit skeptical, you've probably caught yourself saying stuff like, "I just don't know if I believe in ghosts. Not until I get any real proof." That's what this guy was saying his whole life. He said it so much that his ghostly housemates had enough and decided to prove him wrong once and for all.
Yeah. See, ghosts. I'm not sure if I even believe anymore, but... Yo! Okay. No.
The fact it happened as he said he didn't believe in ghosts is bone-chilling. We don't get a good look at the place the object fell from, so there could have been anything there from an uneven surface to a small animal moving around. Do you think this was something more explainable? Or was the garage ghost pulling out the big guns? Number 1. Found You. Hide and seek is a game that goes back centuries, and when you think about it, it's sort of horrifying. But it's a staple in a lot of people's lives, especially when they have kids. So when this family decided to play the good old-fashioned game, they didn't expect anything to go wrong, until this happened.
What do you mean?
The door just opened.
I know, but we're downstairs.
Matthew's downstairs?
No. Yes, we're...
He sounded genuinely surprised when the door busted open, and his wife sounds pretty honest when she told him they were all hiding downstairs. There is always a chance one of the kids was hiding in the closet, waiting for their cue to push the door and just stayed crouched out of sight of the camera. But kids are infamously difficult actors, and there would have been at least a giggle, surely. Do you think it was all planned out? Or was someone or something else crashing the party? Hey, here's a playlist full of creepy stuff caught on camera for you to enjoy. Don't forget to bump the like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon to avoid missing our weekly SPOOKFEST. Thanks for watching. stay in the dark.